probably should have been Wedding Crashers 2, but as you already mentioned, there's no need for Wedding Crashers 2. Hello, everyone. This is the F.A.N Show, your undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, show made for the fans by a fan. I am your host, as always, Richard Tiemann, and joining me in studio, a rare occasion, is it's snowy, but it is the holiday season, so we get these opportunities every once in a while. James, the sports guy, is back. Hi, James.
Hi, Richard.
How are you?
I'm here. I'm here.
You're here. You have survived the winter wonderland that is Spokane in the Pacific Northwest.
It's not even the snow. It's just families at the holidays. That's what you have to survive.
Yeah, that was your text to me. I said, and enjoy Christmas, and you're like more like survive Christmas.
Yeah, yeah, it was horrible.
But haven't you and your grandmother developed like this unbreakable, unspeakable bond?
It's not because of my grandmother.
Oh.
There's many others in my family that make it just horrible.
Well, I know that over the years, your sister has gotten married. She has birthed a child. Two. Your brother always turns up around Christmas. I know that sometimes is.
He's now recovered from rehab and announced his engagement at Christmas dinner to his on-again, off-again girlfriend of 9 years.
9 years?
Baby mama 3.
Oh, wow. I almost just spit out my water. 9 years on and off.
In case you're keeping track at home, that's baby mama 3 of 4.
Wow.
4 babies. 4 baby mamas.
And I remember when we used to go to Hooters for the WWE pay-per-views.
Yes.
Because like Buffalo Wild Wings and UFC events, Hooters was the place you went for pay-per-views of World Wrestling Entertainment. And Baby Mama number 1 worked there.
Yes.
And I remember I wanted to hit on her, but you said, nope, Joe has been there, done that. And I remember laughing because I was like, that's funny, that's good.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm serious.
I'm dead serious.
And I'm like, huh? Yeah, it was it was interesting.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, here we are. Christmas is come and gone. Your birthday's tomorrow. That's sort of our reminder.
Yep.
That another year is about to come to a close.
Yes, it is.
Being in between Christmas and New Year's.
It's the worst birthday ever. It's absolutely god-awful. I absolutely hate it. I was a month early, so it was the first mistake I've ever made in life. Because it's people are now like coming down from Christmas. Like, okay, I'm done with family now.
I'm stuffed and overweight.
I can just like breathe again.
Yeah. The cleaning is done.
Right. Or about ready to start. And my birthday falls right there in that moment when you're just like, F everybody, I'm done. And then you're like, the next day, the 29th, people are like, oh, hey, New Year's.
Yep.
So another reason to celebrate. But my birthday is the one right there in the middle where it's like, no, let me put this damn tree away.
Yeah, I leave my tree up through New Year's, and then the ornaments will come down, the tree will go out. I tried a couple of years with fake tree, couldn't do it. Didn't have the same
We bought
feel.
a fake tree together.
I know, and that's what I'm alluding to, was that it was great for us at the time.
What you just said was, I used to do fake trees. It was ours. We went to Walmart and purchased it together.
Yeah. That was an odd shopping trip.
At 12:30 at night.
Yeah, like, we need a Christmas tree. Let's get a fake one. Okay.
To be fair, what happened was, we were sitting there, I dare say watching Wedding Crashers or something of the sort.
Probably.
And we had just made spaghetti at like midnight. I'm not even kidding. I remember this vividly.
The go-to dinner for any bachelor.
And we started talking about, like, are we going to get a Christmas tree? And I'm like, I don't know. And you're like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, okay. And then you're like, we should just go get one. I'm like, we would be the guys to go to Walmart at 12:30
Weren't you already going because a pay-per-view was about to come out on DVD? Because those were the only reasons we went on midnight Walmart runs.
Yeah, I needed... so probably like Survivor Series had just come out.
Yeah, because Armageddon would have just happened.
Yeah, so it would have been Survivor Series on DVD. And so I needed to get it on DVD because that's what you did at the time. This was before the network.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, let's just go. And at 12:30 at night, we're like, there's our baby.
Yeah, let's get the Christmas tree.
Get the Christmas tree. 12:30 at night.
Is there a picture of a man with tattoos holding a dove? Okay, that's the one I want. Comes out today.
Don't even, Steve. Yeah.
Steve, guess what I just bought today?
Oh, back in the days before the network.
That network takes years off your life. I've been binge watching NXT.
Yes.
I'm sure you've been following along.
I have been.
It has been probably one of the most incredible journeys. Just because of how it started and what it is today. And I'm not even to like the good years, like the Finn Balor years. Sami Zayn just recently made his debut like a few episodes back and had a phenomenal match with Cesaro, 2 out of 3 falls. But the commentary team, they keep changing it up. They had a great combo. William Regal and JR, that was gold.
Yep.
Solid gold. But Brad Maddox? Really?
You have to understand that when NXT first started, it was very much all about the developmental of the talent in the ring. Then it was like, you know what? This should be the developmental for everybody and everything, including we should groom our next announcers here. Like, that becomes their...
And they thought Brad Maddox was going to be their next announcer.
The NXT commentary team went through so many different manifestations for a long time. As you will continue to see. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it's like, hey, who's this person? This person? What? Okay, well, that lasted a month. Now it's finally... I mean, it still has continued to change. Obviously, when it was Tom Phillips and Corey Graves and Byron Saxton, who is now the SmackDown announce team, it stayed pretty solid for a while.
I got to tell you, man, we got flat out robbed as fans for not being able to see more Daniel Bryan and more Corey Graves. God forbid, Corey Graves versus Daniel Bryan.
Corey Graves would have been WWE champion by now.
Oh, yeah. Probably for like the third time.
Like he
would have been SmackDown's champion, yes, because
he's that good.
He was fantastic.
He was and I'm not knocking him, but he's a much more talented Baron Corbin in that role because he was just it. He had everything.
Yeah, he was great on the mic. He was great in the ring. He could sell it. He could put on the offense, which that's something that's starting to really bug me about people that are coming to the aid of Roman Reigns. So they're like, but he's so good with they're just dropping off mail, don't worry about it. But he's so good in matches. He's so talented. Really? Because for the 20 minutes that there is a match, he lets the other guy carry it for about 10 to 15. And then, oh, look, here comes the Cena-like, I'm not hurt anymore, and I caught my third wind, and I'm going to just do these 3 moves on you and get the 1, 2, 3, even though I kicked out of your 2 finishers.
I'm not one of the Roman haters from his in-ring work. Because I actually think in the right circumstances, he can put on good matches. His matches with AJ Styles, granted, it was AJ Styles, and he made Jinder Mahal look credible. So my issue with Roman is it's not his matches. It's that I don't feel like he's evolved enough as a character.
No, like they just brought the Shield back, and twice now it's had to be disbanded. Kind of.
The whole Shield reunion thing was the biggest flop ever. Number 1, Shield coming back, Roman gets the mumps. So let's bring Grandpa Kurt Angle in. which was just horrible. The guy can't wrestle anymore. I'm sorry. Like, people are going to be like, oh, but no, he can't.
There's a lot of Kurt Angle that we can talk about in a little bit, but continue your Roman Reigns.
Okay,
part
so
here.
You look at Dean Ambrose. He's evolved some. He does need to come back as a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins has evolved a lot from original. How has Roman Reigns evolved?
He hasn't. He got more tattoos.
That's my biggest problem with him. It's like, even John Cena, when he first came in to where he is now, he's...
He was the white rapper.
Right.
And it was awesome. It really was. I enjoyed the white rapper.
But he's
John
evolved.
Cena. Yeah.
And even when he went with his stuff with The Rock and referenced back to it, it was like, oh, hey, that's cool because that's who you used to be, but this is who you are now, and you just tapped into that. That's really cool.
Which, I know it's Wednesday, but a quick throwback Thursday, Cena's line Monday night, straight from The Rock, when he talked about Stone Cold taking his ball and going home. The Rock said, but for The Rock, this is home. Cena, same freaking words. This is my home. And it's like, you're doing the same thing. You're saying the same words. It's like, at what point do we throw sunglasses on you and teach your eyebrow how to...
He is The Rock.
Yeah.
Like, and he is. And it's only... He just did Ferdinand, which is going to make millions.
But I heard it didn't do very good in the box office.
It did not. He's not The Rock yet.
he's the Scorpion King Rock right now. Or maybe the Rundown Rock? Like, what phase of The Rock's movie career would he be at right now? Rundown?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But he's not going to be back in WWE ever full time.
No, but apparently they want him to win the Rumble, which we'll talk about as well, because there's a few things to bring up on that. But you and I have gifts to exchange. I have a commercial I'm obligated to play, so I'll go and do that while that's being done, and I'll check to see what the mailman brought me. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. More of the Fan Show after this.
This is The Sheet.
Gets me all revved up. My face is now red. My ears are just freaking boiling.
He's so raw that Scott hates him.
Yeah, he had 51 touchdowns, 4,900 total yards.
I know y'all like that, but I got to run. And only in Alabama that could happen, I have to say.
They're so good, man. They would win the Big Ten if they were in the Big Ten.
You could be doing something vision-based in front of you and reach down and grab a handful of insane goodness.
Give it to him. Kudos. I'm clapping like a golfer. Very good, Johnny. I'm proud of you.
Wow. You guys agree on something again? I'm very impressed. You ever had a bad week? Just you walk outside, step in a puddle, like right when you walk outside. I mean, how does a puddle right outside your house? Or you stand on the curb and somebody drives by and splashes water up on you? Or it's just raining on you, not anyone else?
I will tell you, before you go any further, I cannot hear Chad when he speaks. Good.
You're listening to The Sheet, man. I don't really know what we're doing.
Every Saturday morning, 8 to 10 a.m. right here on WBLZ Sports.
Whether it be your industrial, commercial, or residential needs, Gen Service is the electrical contractor for you. The Gen Service team has the expertise, commitment, and educational years to help you solve all your electrical concerns. They have you in their best interest with helpful suggestions to accommodate your every want. Give them a call, no matter the size of the job, at 740-438-7173. Mention WBLZ Sports, and you'll get a discount. That's Gen Service, 740-438-7173.
This is Nick Ciccarelli, the mad scientist of sports. Join me and Dr. D, Derek Jones, live every Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific, for the Mad Scientist Sports Lab. The big intellects, the experiments on the chalkboard, and the guest subjects will be rolling in. Mad Scientist Sports Lab, only on WBLZ Sports, where we got balls.
Doug Peffer Painting and Pressure Washing. He has over 30 years of painting experience. He's interior, exterior, commercial, or residential. Doug Peffer covers it all. Is your house looking ugh? We'll call on Doug. Doug Peffer Painting and Pressure Washing. 404-966-3361. Mention WBLZ Sports and get a special We've Got Balls discount. That's Doug Peffer Painting and Pressure Washing. 404-966-3361.
Check out Thursday Night Tailgate, where NFL legends live on. We bring you 5 NFL legends every week, sharing their stories and insights, plus our spotlight on the positive. Hear which players are doing great things in their communities. Now on WBLZ Sports Talk Radio and WBLZSports.com.
Me and the sports guy, James Lehman, who is molding the minds of our youth. How's the leadership thing been going?
Great. I love it. Dream job.
Dream job.
Dream job.
Even though we went to school to teach band, and I host a radio show, and you are
But it's like
leadership.
It's like, but if we went back to like when we were in high school, and there was a really logical track to get you to where you are, and a logical track to get me where I am now, we both would have done it.
Yeah. I don't doubt that.
In a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those things, like, how do you dream up scenarios like that?
It is hard to have dream scenarios, because I know that from my class, the only person that I can think of that really, like, set out a plan, like, mapped one out and followed it through was Tony Shaver, who said, I'm going to be a doctor. And then he went and friggin' did it. Like, he went to Pepperdine, studied medicine in Germany, has lived abroad, and yeah, like
I forgot about him. Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Doing doctor things.
Yeah, totally forgot about him until literally right now.
So we have a gift exchange,
Yep.
and I tweeted out that I was so excited about your gift.
You did.
There's a story to it.
Okay.
I know well in advance what I'm going to get you for either Christmas or your birthday, and this time was the first year, I think, in a while that I had drawn a blank, because for the longest time it was trying to get you the most recent movie or pay-per-view on DVD before you got it, right? It was the race to get it. And then you stopped collecting them.
Yeah.
You rely on the network and Netflix.
Yes.
Respectable, understandable. So now it's kind of this thing of, well, what do you do now? There were years where I thought about, okay, he's a band director, what's a teacher-esque funny kind of thing that's appropriate for school that I can get him. But now you're doing the leadership thing, and I was shopping for the wife, went into this store.
What store?
Saw this, said, oh my God, they didn't have any more. Shoot. But we have this, oh my God, even better, take my money now. So I'm very excited. That's your gift right there.
Okay, what store?
It's Hot Topic.
Okay.
If you already have it, I'm going to be pissed. If you tell me you already have it and you don't, it's not going to be funny. Because I know you've done that before.
Am I opening first, or should you open
first?
Because you haven't. You've also had a birthday.
I have.
And we haven't celebrated it on air. So
I celebrated for a week. We have not celebrated, no.
I think you should open up your birthday present first.
The one with the candles, not the menorah, but
now,
the birthday cake.
There's not really a story with your gifts, but every year I find I challenge myself.
You challenge yourself. That's fair. That's fair. Ooh, we have more Niners stuff. A 3D car magnet, or just a magnet for the fridge. I don't know which one it is.
Whatever one you want.
Whichever one you want.
It's a magnet.
A freeze mug and a bracelet.
Yeah, or a keychain.
That works. I like it. I love collecting this stuff.
I know you do. But every year my challenge is, what is the new 49ers thing that I can get, Richard?
That's a very difficult thing.
It is a very difficult thing.
But this is good. I said on one of the shows that when it comes to gift receiving, I'm the kind of person that I would rather get a great same gift, like something that I already have, as opposed to a bad one gift. So somebody that gets me like some sweater or jeans or...
We're going to talk about our Christmases here in just a moment.
Yes. Okay. Your gift now. I'm too excited to go any longer.
Is it something about Cody Rhodes?
No.
It's not the Cody Rhodes shirt?
No. It is packed with nostalgia, though.
It's a Powerline shirt from the Goofy movie.
Yes.
I absolutely love it.
and the back. Yeah, it's like as if he had an actual tour and
Yes.
you went to that
Now,
tour.
I'm going to tell you this. I have, as of a month ago, I bought a Powerline shirt. 2 of them.
Is it that one?
Now, it is a World Tour shirt, but it is not this World Tour shirt. It is slightly different than this. So now I have 3 Powerline shirts. You did it. Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes. But I saw they have a Goofy Movie shirt there, but their only size left was extra small.
Oh.
And I asked the guy that came up that asked if I needed help find anything. I said, "What's the size of the shirt in the display case?" And he brought it down. He's like, "Extra small as well." I was like, "Shoot."
Yeah.
And he's like, "But we had this Powerline shirt." I was like, "Take me to it." And he was like looking. He's like, "Oh man, maybe we sold out." I was like, "Don't tell me that. I don't need that negativity right now."
I don't need that negativity in my life.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, here it is, man. It's like it's got the Powerline, and oh, there's the tour dates." I was like, "Let's go,
Done.
Put it in
Done.
the bag." Done.
No, this is perfect because now I've got 3 different Powerline shirts.
It was such a pivotal movie for us.
No, like, understand. I am saying this, like, genuinely, I love it. Because
Yeah.
who's got Powerline songs on their iPod? Me.
Yeah, you.
Duh.
Duh.
Okay, you have a Christmas gift now.
Okay. It was well worth it. Well worth the excitement. Whoa, whoa. I'm getting decked out. It is the Sideline 49ers beanie.
You don't have it, do you?
No, I'm wearing the one that I have that's most like this.
I crapped myself when I walked in, and I was like, wait, no, it's not the same one.
No, but the wife is always telling me I need to, like, accessorize more, like, have more stuff to wear than, like, the one thing that gets worn out.
I'm helping you out.
And shot glasses, because 4 wins in a row, yes, calls for celebration.
I just figure that you're at a point in life now where there's... Remember how when we were in college there was always a reason to, like, skip class?
Yeah.
I think the adult version of that is there's always a reason for a shot.
I will agree with that 100%.
That,
yes.
Hey, Niners got a touchdown. Shot.
I did Periscope my reaction to their first touchdown.
This is... hey, they won this week. Shot.
Yeah. They just didn't get a chance to beat the Seahawks this year. I'm upset about that.
Yeah, well...
And now the Seahawks are, like, disbanding, and so I feel kind of robbed. It's like, no, I wanted to beat them that beat us.
Take it for what it is.
Take it for what it is.
Okay, I need to walk you through my Christmas.
Yes, please do. Story time, folks. These are great.
Because every year there's something that happens during my Christmas that makes it absolutely horrible.
Oh my God, my wife and I had this very conversation. Not about you, but about us.
Okay. That every year there's something. Okay, so number 1, I am the only single person in the family.
How long is that streak going now?
No. But understand what I mean by single. Like, no significant others.
Mm-hmm.
My mother is dead. Right? So, like, I have no...
I'm not laughing at that.
I have no vertical family in terms of, like, mother. Like, your little nucleus family.
Your next of kin is your sister. Got it.
Who is married and has 2 kids.
Yes.
My brother now has a fiance and has technically 4 kids scattered around Spokane. So, everybody else in my family is either has mother, dad, brothers, sisters, all that stuff. So, I am truthfully, like, the truly single person in my family. Like, vertically, it's my grandmother. Because mom dead.
Wow.
Right?
Just the way that you say that.
So you just creating context here. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get some pretty thoughtful gifts for people this year.
Fair enough.
And by thoughtful, I mean practical and useful, because people don't buy themselves practical things.
No,
not for themselves. So
what would be the point of that?
Boom. Okay, so I'm watching TV with my grandmother like 2 weeks ago. This as seen on TV, like, heat wrap thing comes on that can, like, so she was like, oh, that'd be really great to have. Boom. Gonna go buy it for her. $65 for this stupid heat wrap thing.
Yeah, the subtle hints that you get from
Boom.
family. Yeah,
Boom.
exactly.
Got it.
I get it.
Went to Costco and got her this really nice plush blanket, too. Like, really nice. Okay, my uncles and aunts, I always get them the exact same thing. Because it's like, well, it's all good. Costco had the Starbucks mug set. 4 mugs with hot chocolate mix in it, right?
The hot chocolate thing you sent.
Yeah, right. So we're getting there. And so then also next to it was Starbucks hot chocolate in a canister. So I'm like, oh, that'll be a great accompaniment gift. Boom, got that. Then there was this other off-brand 3 tins of like different forms of hot chocolate. I'm like, 'tis the season. Like, this is like practical stuff that, if we want hot chocolate, we're going to have to go to the store. No, James provides, right? Then got them a, really the same nice blanket I got my grandmother, but the king size version, so it's even bigger, because I'm like, everyone can use blankets. Like, everyone uses them for something, right?
Your brother probably more so than other members of your family.
We won't talk about that. So, we open up all of our gifts Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So we eat dinner. Then we're in the kitchen. My brother-in-law, who I love, comes up to me and is like, James, I'm trying to decide something. I'm like, what? He's like, do I want hot chocolate or not? And I'm like, okay, you're coming to me. If you're coming to me, you obviously want me to tell you that you can have it because I'm the fat one of the family. So if you wanted like a health nuts opinion, you wouldn't come to me. So you're coming to me because you want the answer yes, because that's my role.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and Richard, you know better than anybody, me and self-control are not, we do not get along.
They're rivals, not tag team partners.
So somehow this conversation about hot chocolate is running rampant, and it's my brother-in-law, my sister's right there too, and then my aunts and uncles. Out of nowhere, my sister goes in and says, you know what I hate? Starbucks hot chocolate. It is the most gross stuff ever. And she goes on this 5-minute rant about how much she hates Starbucks hot chocolate. Mind you, who bought Starbucks hot chocolate for everybody's Christmas gifts that they're about ready to open? This guy. So I'm sitting there just like giving my sister the death look like, shut up. Stop talking. And she just keeps on going.
Yeah, you're 4 minutes too far
like,
after the point. Like,
so finally, like, everyone's just like, oh, okay, noted. And it's just like, it's gross. Like, I will never drink it again. Nobody ever in this house ever should drink it again. So everyone walks off. I'm like, Anna, I bought everybody Starbucks hot chocolate. And she just starts busting up laughing. Like, whoops. So then we move upstairs to the big room, and there's 16 of us. And everyone puts the chairs in a giant circle so we can all, like, see each other. Mm-hmm. I sit down in this comfy chair, and all of a sudden I notice on the opposite side of the room are all the couples.
Oh.
And I am sitting on the complete opposite side of the room by myself. So now it's very much pointed out that, like, my smart aleck 15-year-old cousin who's distributing the presents to everybody is like, wow, James, you don't have any presents. You're a loser. Out loud. And it's true. Significantly less than everybody else. Significantly, like, less. So, this is where things get good. This is where the story gets good. My grandmother opens up a present from her maintenance guy who had dropped off her she has a maintenance guy who comes and does a bunch of odd stuff around the house for her. Modern day slavery, but he's white. So she opens up his gift. He got her the same heat wrap thing that I had got her.
Oh. That's when the maintenance guy needs to go missing.
So she opens that gift before she opens mine. So now I'm the one who's going to forever look like I copied him.
I don't know why she's opening the maintenance guy's gift first. Like, in the order of priority, is it to get it out of the way? Or
she opens his, and all of a sudden I'm just like, FML. Worst Christmas ever. So, next gift she opens, mine. And of course, now everyone's busting up laughing because I got her the exact same thing. And ha 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 ha. Oh, James, you got her the same thing. No, he got her the same thing I got her, not the other way around. So then everyone starts opening. My aunt opens the gift that I got her, and she sees the Starbucks hot chocolate. I get roasted for 5 minutes about how all my Christmas gifts this year are flops.
I really need to come to one of your holiday gatherings.
So then my aunt says, "Oh, James, here's your birthday card. You can just open it now because, as we said, my birthday is tomorrow." I open up the card. This is probably the most offensive gift I have ever received in my entire life. You ready for this, Richard?
Mm-hmm.
I open it up. There is a single, mind you, single, movie ticket, like free entrance to a movie ticket. Wow. One. Not like, here's a $20 like Regal Cinemas like gift card, or here's $25 to AMC. No.
Take a friend.
Here's admittance one to a movie.
I didn't know they even made them.
You have to specifically ask, I think, for one. Hey, what can we get for you? I need to buy a movie like entrance ticket.
Clear off the other side of the table. It's one guy.
Just one? Well, here's the thing. My nephew is so lonely and so alone. We just got to get him just one. Because
the savagery.
Right. That was my Christmas.
You need to just start making shirts for the whole family that says, "I survived the layman Christmas of..."
Next year, I'm doing all smartass. I'm going all as seen on TV stuff for everybody and calling it good.
Gag gifts for everybody.
Yep. Because I spent a lot of money on people's gifts this year, and it went completely unappreciated.
It's a bold strategy. Solid one. I remember for my mom last year, I came up with
How's
the
your
perfect...
mom?
She's good.
Tell her hi.
She says hello.
Okay.
Came up with the perfect idea. She loves lighthouses, but you can only buy so many different colors and versions of lighthouses. However, they make a Lego set lighthouse. Who loves Legos? So I bought the set, put it together myself, so I get something out of it. Went, brought it to her. She loved it because she's that kind of mom that loves like that artsy craftsy when the kids make her presents. So it's like 30-year-old me just brought back 10-year-old me, and yeah, but I don't know how to duplicate that or one up it. So it was kind of like I had this 15-year gap where I was on a roll all the way through school, and then out of school I'm like, I don't know really what to do, and then all of a sudden at 30, bam, this one wins.
Yeah. So next year, I've already decided everyone's going to get something from As Seen on TV. What that is, I don't know yet. But I obviously suck at like thoughtful gifts for people.
Is there still the As Seen on TV store somewhere?
Online.
Oh, okay.
And then like every store has like an As Seen on TV section.
I feel like a fun game to play with this would be to either... So there's the As Seen on TV idea, but you could also watch QVC and just have yourself a marathon, stay up for however many hours there are relatives that you're buying for, and just order whatever, like pick a name out of a hat and order what's there at that moment for that person.
I think I'm going to get As Seen on TV stuff and just tell everybody, I'm going to throw it in the middle of the floor and say pick.
That's fun too.
And just be like, you get what you get. After last year, not going through that again. So whatever you get here is what you... Because it's not going to matter. I called every single gift I was going to get before Christmas Eve. Yeah. I sent it... Did I send it... Was it to you that I put it into a text? I sent it to somebody. that I said, here's exactly what I'm going to get. I'm going to get a sweater for my grandmother, which is what I got. And it was a cheap-ass Kirkland signature, boring-ass gray sweater. My aunt and uncle would get me some random T-shirt or sweatshirt that I will never wear. They did. It was about bacon. Congrats, James. You're the fat kid in the family. My sister got me a Netflix gift card. And then openly proclaimed, yeah, I tried to just get you like $20, but there was only the $30 one that I could find. And said that out loud. Don't tell me that.
I always find it funny when the gift card argument comes up, because people say that, one, it's an, disingenuine gift because you're not giving any thought to it and you're putting a price tag on someone. I agree with both points, but at the same time, it's like, if it's a legitimate gift card, like an Amazon one, even a Walmart one, I hate the place, but I'll go because there's so many things that you can get for $20-25.
Groceries.
Exactly. But so, as long as it's not to something like a McDonald's gift card, who does that?
My brother got a Subway one.
But with all the traveling I do, a Southwest gift card, any airline really, Enterprise Rent-A-Car gift card. I mean, there's so many things about a person's lifestyle that you can sort of filter it more towards when people just grab the most half-assed thoughtful one.
But the thing is, they have to actually know you in order to do that.
Yeah, and a lot of family doesn't.
My family doesn't. They don't get what I do. There are so many things, specifically now that I travel all the time, that they could have gotten me something that was like, oh, because you travel all the time, here's something good for you. But no.
My dad was the life of the Christmas party again this year.
I love your father.
Did you see the picture that I posted of his "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" answers?
Nope.
So I'll read those right now.
I can't wait.
My aunt and uncle that live over in Seattle weren't here this year because they do the every other year thing, and they always kind of bring the life to the party. Like my Uncle Bob is that guy that will get everybody excited about
everything.
I mean, he gives out big bucks. They're both retired cops for doing the government quiz that he does. You name all the branches of the judicial system, and you say how many representatives our state has, and he gets your mind thinking. But he pays well for it, and he gets you excited about it somehow. So when my aunt, who lives here, hosts, she just kind of has the Bill Belichick sort of press conference attitude towards it. Like, okay, we're going to play a game now. So here's the game. So anyway, she had the "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" game, and my dad decided he wanted to play.
I love it.
And,
I love this already.
So she reads the entire story in the most monotone voice, grant you. And so here are the parts of the quiz and what you had to do. What was dancing in the children's heads? He left it blank. Who was the family hoping would visit? Santa. Hey, you got that one right. How were the stockings hung by the chimney? With hooks. Okay, not with care, with hooks. What arose on the lawn? Sun. Sun arose on the lawn, James. How did he leave his bed to go to the window? Messy. Damn it, 4, and I couldn't hold it in anymore. What had fallen that helped give objects luster? Light. How did Saint Nick come down the chimney? Fast. What was the first reindeer Saint Nick called by name? Rudolph, even though he spelled it damn near Adolf. Saint Nick was little and noted to be a jolly what? Fat. It just says fat. What 2 noises were made on the roof? Scream. The next one was blank. What were Saint Nick's clothes tarnished with? Soot. He surprisingly got that one right and spelled it right. I was impressed. Saint Nick's cheeks looked like what? Plumes. Apparently, plumes. He chose. What shakes like jelly when he laughs? Belly. You got that right. How many reindeer were on his sleigh? 9. So had Rudolph existed during the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, he actually would have got that one right. I was impressed. What was the sleigh filled with? Toys. That's a legit one. And what did St. Nick's eyes do? Cross.
I love your father.
So yeah, that was the
Mazel.
It was the Night Before Christmas quiz at my family's house, so that was fun. But it really helps to have family members that are up for a lot of stuff. My second cousins actually, because I'm in that middle, you know. My second cousins all have significant others now, and they're either in college or figuring their lives out, and they just don't want to really participate in things that everyone else is. So you just kind of sit there, and unless you're having a conversation, you just sort of eavesdrop on everybody else's. So props to you for having like an eventful one despite being roasted.
Yep.
And the maintenance guy's gift, that's still weird. I'm sorry.
It pisses me off.
So let's recap and preview 2017. There's a few things that we said we wanted to talk about.
Yep.
Happy Rusev Day, which I guess is every day, and I don't get it. I love it, but I don't get it. I don't get Rusev.
I think we're not. I think it's one of those things that was just like, and this is where WWE just misfires, and it was in that tweet that we both retweeted today, that Jason Jordan is supposed to be somebody that we all of a sudden love, and we reject it. Roman Reigns is supposed to be the next person, and we're supposed to just love it, and we reject it. They threw Rusev and Aiden English together because they didn't have anything for them. We're not supposed to like it, and we do.
Yeah.
Anything that we're not supposed to... The New Day, when the New Day was starting to, early on, when they started, like, kind of figuring out their stuff, we weren't supposed to like them. All of a sudden, it was like, yeah, we effing love the New... Like, that's how this business works right now. Anybody that we're not supposed to like... The Miz... Like, who's one of the strongest people who had one of the best years this year? The Miz. Right? We're not supposed to like him. I'm a Miz fan.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Right? And why was he getting cheered all the time?
Because he's there. And he works hard, and he's good at what he does.
Right.
Just like AJ Styles.
So it's just like, Jinder Mahal is supposed to be this credible... No. Like, we're rejecting that.
So there was the Survivor Series roundtable that I had, and there was a part that came up talking about how I feel that WWE has almost created its own worst enemy with how much reality it does. Which, sidebar, how many cameras are backstage at a given time if they're doing WWE 24 and 365, Total Divas, Total Bellas, and every other...
A lot, but you have to understand that for Total Bellas, a lot of that's staged.
Oh, well.
Sorry to burst people's bubble, but it's true.
I can't imagine seeing so many cameramen walk into each other and back there at a given time. So anyway, I was talking about how you and I like people that are supposed to not be liked because we know the real them, right? So AJ Styles, everybody knew who he was, got cheered even as a heel, and he had to try really hard to get people to boo him. But not going to happen. We know how good you are. We know who you really are.
Your talent's that good.
Yeah. The Miz, same thing. John Cena got booed because they felt like he was kind of a two-faced in the wrong way in the ring. But now we have Kevin Owens, who's a heel, and people love him, but he's still like a dick outside the ring. His Twitter and everything else.
Yeah, but then when you really get to know the person, he's probably one of the nicest human beings on the planet.
So what does the WWE do then, as far as characters and trying to get boos and cheers and pops and...
Well, I remember reading this 4 years ago-ish, that good guys versus bad guys is dead.
Yeah.
Like, that's... You can't just have good guys and you can't just have bad guys anymore. Like in the 90s, it was really easy. Oh, this is a good person and this is a bad person. And then it became being bad was cool, like the NWO and all of that. But to a point, that's true. Like, it's all gray right now. Like, people that we hate, that we are supposed to hate, a lot of times we sit there and cheer. Sheamus and Cesaro are supposed to be bad guys, but specifically Cesaro's so good, he ends up getting cheered a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I brought up The Miz. Miz is another one who we're not supposed to like him. Miz has gotten some of the best cheers this year, but we're not supposed to like him. Right? So I don't know. I think good guys versus bad guys is, in some ways, it's kind of dead.
What was the worst thing from 2017 that if WWE wants to have a better 2018, they have to avoid at all costs?
Don't put a title on somebody like Jinder Mahal.
Even more so than Brock Lesnar?
I think, let me rephrase. The whole, I think both championships this year lost prestige.
Yeah.
Just, one, you put it on Goldberg. That match did not need the title.
No. They did it because they had it there.
Because, we'll just add this little chestnut to it. You didn't need it.
And you feel really bad for Kevin Owens watching that 365 with him. You were like, oh, damn. Like, you had this whole thing.
Yeah.
It looked great. And then they're like, sorry, but we've got to cash in on this while we can.
Right. And it didn't.
Damn.
That match didn't need it.
No, it didn't.
Not at all. So, I think the biggest thing that they need to focus on this 2018 is if Roman, they're going to put the title on Roman. Part of me is okay with that only from the standpoint is that he's actually there. Like, we'll see the title every single week. Like, okay, I can get behind that. Sorry, but Jinder Mahal for 6 months as a champion, like, I'm not going to believe that he was a credible champion.
Not when you just had him lose in the WrestleMania pre-show in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and now all of a sudden he's the number one contender.
Now all of a sudden he's champion. Like, that was too much.
Way too much.
So I think the biggest miss this year was both titles.
Yeah.
I think they've done a great job in building Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's, people are liking him right now because people see it as the counter to Roman. I think, in my opinion, Braun Strowman is Vince's last great creation.
Possibly.
Not that Vince is going to retire anytime soon, but I think he sees that, okay, I see dollar signs on this guy. He's going to be my big guy, because Vince loves the big guys. That here's my big guy that we're going to put a lot of money into him.
I just don't understand the feeling that you need to keep the title on Brock Lesnar for as long as they have, when they had not one but two, maybe even three great opportunities to take it off of him and have it be believable. Samoa Joe
is right now. I think they're doing brilliant work with Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe in making them credible, just destroyers.
Yeah,
like believable. Just like those dudes could kick my ass. Like, like both of them, it's believable. Samoa Joe cuts such a great promo.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Braun Strowman doesn't have to say much, and he shouldn't.
I wish he had a manager. I wish he had a Paul Heyman to talk for him.
I wish he was like when Vader was around in the 90s, how he had Jim Cornette and how Braun Strowman should not say much, but should have a mouthpiece who does all the talking for him, and then he just comes in and says like 2 sentences.
Yeah, the whole pushing Kane thing is kind of weird right now.
I think they're treading water. Like, here, the month of December is always like the worst month for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you go from Survivor Series to we got to tread water for 2 months to get us to the Royal Rumble.
No.
So, the month of December, I kind of like, they needed something. So let's just bring Kane back.
So, looking ahead to 2018, I worry because a lot rides on the Royal Rumble. It's the first pay-per-view of the calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joint one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the start of the road to WrestleMania. Like, your whole bar, your tone for that whole year is set right there. And the rumors that I'm hearing, it sounds like they're going to epically fail. The John Cena winning the Royal Rumble does nothing.
If John Cena wins, that will be a complete... Here's the thing. I'm okay with John Cena winning if we get Shinsuke and AJ Styles for the title still at Mania.
So it's going to be Cena and Lesnar?
I don't know.
Or something?
I'm just saying that's the only way that I would be
a part-timer and a part-timer in the main event.
which is once again a problem. But I'm saying that's the only way me, James Layman, would be okay with John Cena winning. I'm just saying we need AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the title at Mania. And give them 35 minutes. Like, I just went and watched their match from New Japan like 3 days ago. Just tell them to go. Let Shinsuke bring some of his Japanese, like, his cool entrances and stuff that he did, because it was badass. Like, bring some of that in and just make it, I mean, it would steal the whole freaking show.
Yeah, and so on that, it's a historic Royal Rumble because we'll have the first ever women's Royal Rumble, and on that, the rumors that I'm hearing, I feel like WWE is setting themselves up for failure yet again. You know me, I'm a Ronda Rousey fan. But to have anyone other than someone that has been there to lay down the foundation of the revolution win this is a fail on WWE's part, because they had Santino win Mrs. WrestleMania.
Yep.
Okay, they had Ellsworth grab the briefcase and drop it for the first Money in the Bank. If you have a person that just comes in fresh from another world because of who she is, you're taking it away from everybody that's put in the legwork to get there.
I think it needs to, I think it will either be Nia Jax or Asuka.
I would love to see Nia Jax win it.
I think it will be one of the two of them. If you said, James, right now, who do you think? I think it will be Nia Jax or Asuka. My third pick would be, if you said who do you think they're going to go with, it'd be Ronda. But I think it's going to be one of the first two.
Because I get that Asuka's the sexy pick, because she's the one that's charging through with her streak. She never lost the title, on and on. But every superstar, divas included, or women's division superstars included, needs to kind of have their own thing that separates them from everyone. You can't just pile it onto one person. We've seen that done with John Cena and a few others. You've had 3 Triple Crown winners in the last calendar year. That seems a little ridiculous. Slow it down. Let's let the elite be actually the elite. So I'm fine with Asuka having her streak, her losing at the Rumble. I say that in air quotes because it's not an official loss. Let someone else be the first women's Rumble winner and have that be their star on their resume.
Asuka doesn't need it.
No, she doesn't.
Just like, to me, John Cena doesn't need a win.
What, for like the third time now?
No, because what's it? You know, he doesn't need it. Just like, to me, Orton didn't need it last year. Like, how are you growing? How are you creating new people, new stars? Without, like, honestly, who I would love to see win the male, either Shinsuke or The Miz.
Yeah.
Like, if I would absolutely love that. Is that what's going to happen? Absolutely not. But Shinsuke, perhaps, because I do think that match is, from the rumors are that match is penciled in. Because they've kept the two of them far away from each other. They had a little brief interaction at Money in the Bank, and that's the only time that they've really interacted. So they've intentionally kept AJ Styles and Shinsuke away from each other.
Do you think there's any truth to the theory that guys that came from another brand that were superstars there aren't allowed to be superstars in WWE? Like, they get pushed just enough to be like, okay, we're going to hold you right here.
Look at AJ Styles.
Yeah, but that one you couldn't stop. Finn Balor, though, they're like, we're gonna.
Finn Balor has nothing to do with the fact that the success he had in Japan. That has everything to do with Vince doesn't see the money in him yet.
So that would lead me to...
And I think a lot of that is a Vince Triple H thing, where it was just like Bayley. When Bayley came in, she was super hot right when she came in to the main roster. Probably should have capitalized on that right away. But they didn't. They let it just play out for a long time. Finn Balor was going to be the Universal Champion, got hurt. Worst thing ever for him, because it was like they were going to go with him. He was going to be the Universal, and he won it. And then, no. And so, and who kind of took that person's place, to me, Vince picked Braun Strowman to replace Finn Balor.
Which is disappointing, because the thing that I wanted to end on was kind of... I talked last week on the show about how the NFL gets ruined so quickly by the littlest things, officiating, the call, like, why are we breaking it down frame by frame and getting so technical about these things when it's like the product sells itself. Like, people will watch backup quarterbacks on crappy teams just because it's football on TV. Like, you don't need to try so hard. Same regard, WWE. I haven't watched New Japan. I have seen TNA, binge watching NXT, and it seems like they're more in tune with, let's let the action in the ring do all the heavy lifting, and the storylines and the banter and the promos will all be secondary. That's just kind of icing on this cake, where the WWE main roster is like, we want promos.
That's Vince.
We want people to talk.
Because NXT, they don't have a lot.
No.
Partly because it's a 1 hour show.
Yeah, and
so
I love it.
So the action has to sell it. Like, and then the commentators do their job of putting the people over. They fill in the blanks, which is perfect. That's the way it needs to be. Vince is, you can tell that he's very hesitant to, like, dude, just start off Raw with just a badass match. Don't make us start with a 25-minute promo of Kurt Angle, like, and Jay. Like, no, just immediately just set us off with like a great hardcore cool match. Not a hardcore match, but just a sweet match.
If the fans are chanting, "This is awesome," you're doing an okay job, to say the very least. It baffled me, because when I'm watching the NXT from the start, and granted it started off so bad, but now it's into the part, I'm like, I'm not seeing a lot of promos. It's all the action in the ring, and I'm loving it. These guys are selling themselves with their talent. And I'm like, you don't see that on Raw or SmackDown. No. You see these great 15 to 20 minute matches end terribly, and then there's a horrible promo that immediately follows.
NXT is about listen to the commentary of NXT versus Raw and SmackDown. The commentary in NXT is all about putting talent over. They're telling you the stories. They're filling in the blanks so that a promo doesn't need to do.
Where the commentary on the main roster is Michael Cole reminding you for the 100th time that for the first time ever, Raw is live on Christmas.
And it's Booker T fumbling through the English language.
Oh, Booker T. You'd miss him if he was gone. Be honest, you would.
He's so bad that it's entertaining.
Yeah, it is. SmackDown's commentary team is awesome, and it's got 3, and you know how anti-3 I am, but they've done well with it.
Yeah.
They really have. Tom Phillips, he does it just right.
He's good.
Corey Graves is great on that sort of anti-everything binge that he does. So, Kurt Angle, I love him as a GM. I love him as a talent for what he was. But if you go back to his days as an active superstar, he could be funny. He could be intense and intimidating. And now he's a pushover that's like terrified of everything.
Yeah,
and
like
it doesn't sit well with me.
Doesn't work.
When I watch. I'm just like, oh, he's going to hightail it out of the ring now. That's real Kurt Angle-esque of him. Jason Jordan thing is failing miserably.
Yeah, I mean, that's just... And I get it. They're trying to push somebody new. And here's the problem where we as fans get in trouble, because we always like, give us something new. give us something new. And then they give us somebody, and you're like, but not him. like we want Finn Balor to be in that spot, not Jason Jordan.
Where they pick the who the new person is that they're going to give us, I feel like there were no signs pointing to that individual whatsoever. Like, we want more, when it comes to Raw, we want more Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, even The Bar, Seth Rollins, and
The Revival.
And The Revival. On SmackDown, we want more Rusev, AJ Styles, and Shinsuke, and Bobby Roode.
And Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn dancing to his music as a heel is one of the greatest things ever.
Love heel Sami Zayn.
It's so good.
It's perfect.
So good.
Like, it's like been the best thing. I love it.
Yep.
Yep. No, they're just, the two of them are just perfect.
Yep. Okay, the last thing here then. 3 quick questions. First off, does Daniel Bryan see another match with WWE?
I don't think so.
Does Daniel Bryan see another match ever?
Yes.
How good is Jericho and Omega going to be? Because I don't really know anything about Omega. I've never seen New Japan.
It will be really good. Because you don't have all the, oh, you can't do that Vince McMahon puts on people. It's gonna be really good.
Are they more action, less talk in New Japan?
So much action.
So much action. That's kind of what I figured when I see a lot of people that will get so hyped for NXT, is that it seems like they're the people that will watch the international stuff, and it all kind of has that same formula. And hey, guess what? It's a winning formula. What the hell are we missing here?
And you've got Vince, who's,
gonna revive the XFL. That'll be fun.
he's out of touch.
He really is. And I don't know what it is, but I asked myself the other day, because you and I had this conversation years ago when they tried to do Tough Enough, which somehow a worse Tough Enough, the first 3 seasons of NXT, lived on and transformed into something great. But Tough Enough, it couldn't even make it on any platform. Stone Cold at the end of those episodes, terrifying, right? Stephanie McMahon on Total Divas, very terrifying. Vince McMahon, though, when Kevin Owens comes backstage and says, "Are we good?" No. Holy crap, that's horrifying. So I don't know which of the 3 terrifies me more.
I think anything with the McMahons is more terrifying. I mean, Steve Austin, getting in your face at the end of Tough Enough, that would, I'd crap myself. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, he's not the person in charge.
No.
Vince and Stephanie? Yeah.
It is funny because I think the first Tough Enough they did with Al Snow and them, Triple H came on there and ripped all the talent a new one. And I was like, oh, so that's Triple H. That's what he thinks of this. You don't see that side of him anymore, so I wonder if there's still that side and just how horrifying that is.
Oh, there is, but he has to. He's positioning himself to. He's got to be the business person now. He's almost the exact same age that Vince McMahon was during the Austin McMahon feud. Vince was 53 during all of that.
Wow. It's crazy to think how old some of these guys have gotten.
And Triple H is, I'm going to look it up, he's late 40s right now. And so he's,
Vince had a good run when it came to matches and feuds during the Mr. McMahon Attitude Era.
So he's 48 right now.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, in my heart, I knew it, but he doesn't act like a 48-year-old.
No.
He goes out there and he still performs the hell out of the match.
He's 5 years away right now from being where Vince McMahon was during the Austin McMahon feud, where Vince played basically an old man. So it's going to be interesting to see if Triple H does.
He kind of did with Seth Rollins last year,
but he didn't quite play the old man, like, because when Steve Austin was beating up Vince McMahon, it was like, oh my god, he's beating up an old guy. Obviously, with Triple H, you can't do that because
he's still ripped
of his ring prowess and all of that.
Before you go, is there anybody that you want to put on the list of fan show?
The list of fan show.
Really, you've missed that many episodes?
No, I haven't. My sister.
You hear that, Anna Lehman? You know what happens when you tell everybody how horrible Starbucks hot chocolate is before your brother gives it to literally everyone in the family. You know what happens when you go on a 5-minute rant about Starbucks hot chocolate?
You just made the list!
Oh, that's going to do it for this edition of the Fan Show. It was great to have the sports guy back in studio. His birthday's tomorrow, so follow him on Twitter at 805SmackDown. Wish him a happy birthday. Always love to have him in studio. I know that we get so far off. Well, I don't have scripts anyway, so I can't say that. But what the agenda would normally be for a normal Wednesday show, but we'll have one more episode for you tomorrow, the last one of 2017, and then back the week after with a full new set of 2018 episodes, and we're gonna do this thing. So James, thank you for everything, the presents, the gifts, the story time.
I love my Powerline shirt.
I hope you wear the shit out of it.
Oh, wow. You just said that.
I'm that excited about my find. I really am.
You know I'm going to wear this all the time.
And because that's a slashy gift right now, it is because they didn't have your size in the original one I was going to get you, so they're supposed to call me when the Goofy movie shirt comes in.
Yeah.
So
I'll need to get that.
But I felt like that one was better because of what it was, a tour short. Like, it says the dates and the places, and it's got, like, it's like you were there.
I was.
Powerline Hologram 2018. Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, best of luck to you and yours. Go Niners, and it's all fun and games until you butt fumble. Good night.
Do you remember the time that Mark Sanchez ran into his own player's butt? That was funny sports.
Thank you for having me on the show, man. I love the Fan Show.